with her teeth. I told you last time you wouldn't see me in makeup again, and that was a lie, because this is actually the same day as the first video. I just figured I would do multiple and just change my clothes. Look at my nice little Ariel outfit. My pugs are trying to escape because chicken's being cut downstairs. They know the word chicken. Did you see that? So today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite books. My top 10 books to be specific. The first book I'm going to talk about is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This is one of my oldest favorites. This is the cutest little contemporary book. It's set within 24 hours and is mostly set on a plane ride on the way to London. And it's a cute little romance. It's adorable. It's so cute. I distinctly remember in high school seeing this at my high school library and knowing that is going to be a favorite for me. I don't always get that right, but in this case I did because it became a favorite. 5 stars all the way. Next I've got Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill or Morrill, I don't know. So this is also a YA contemporary set in London. Is there a theme here? It is hilarious. One of the books where I have laughed out loud the most. It's very, very funny. The character, Julia, is very, like, not stuck up, but, like, she's very into plans and things going her way. And then her nemesis, aka love interest, is the opposite. And so they have some conflict. This is one of those books that inspires my writing because this is the exact kind of, like, cute, contemporary, comedy, adorable kind of book that I want to write. Read it. This is a very underrated one. I don't know if I've met anybody who's read this, but it's good. You should read it. Next, I've got The Cruel Prince. I know this is not necessarily an unpopular opinion, but this is a very controversial book. Like, some people love it and some people hate it. So what I think is you have to go into this book knowing that everybody is awful. There are only Slytherins in this book, and the bad kind. But I adored it. I went into it knowing that people suck and that they're going to do some awful things and be horrible to each other and have almost no redeeming qualities. You have to know that going in because usually we go into a book wanting to root for somebody. Don't go into this book wanting that or you will be disappointed. Otherwise, though, it is a beautiful book. First of all, it's very well written. The characters are so good. I am obsessed with Jude and Cardan. They are amazing. If it was real life, it would be a very toxic relationship. But in the book, I love it. This is just a book about crazy people doing crazy things. A human in a fairy world, what could go wrong? The next couple are related and are not going to be a surprise because this is a very popular series. You guys are being no fun. You're just sitting back there. They just want to go downstairs and eat chicken. Hey, pugs. Chicken. Do you want chicken? Oh no, that's a secret word. Don't stop. No! No! So, the next couple books, I'm going to begin with Shadow and Bone, aka the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. What do you think of this book, Wendy? Do you love it? This is actually underrated too. I feel like a lot of people love Six of Crows but don't like the trilogy. I don't agree with you. Wendy's licking my knee. Belly, what are you eating something under my bed? What are you doing? Belly, you are a scoundrel. Oh my gosh! So she actually, I keep Welch's gummy snacks by my bed because sometimes I wake up and I'm really hungry. And apparently there was like one gummy under my bed. She found it. She found it and was trying to eat it. Don't sip on my books! Anyway, the Grisha Trilogy is highly underrated. I adored it. I actually went into it not expecting to like it as much because I had heard that it's not as good as Six of Crows, but you have to get through it to get to Six of Crows and be able to appreciate it. I disagree. I love it. Really unpopular opinion. I love Mal. Attack me for it all you want. I'm not going to change my mind. I love him. I love him. I love this book. Popular opinion, Nikolai is amazing. And The Darkling. Everything about this trilogy I just love so much. I don't get why people don't like it. Why don't people like you? And then, not surprising, the next one is Six of Crows. I don't have to explain why I love this one, right? Kaz Brekker. This is the duology in the Grishaverse and follows the trilogy, but is technically, you know, its own, like, companion duology. It's textured. It feels nice. You can just pet it. The best part about this is Kaz Brekker. Kaz freaking Brekker. But also the group of the Dregs, they are amazing. They are the best book group, in my opinion. I adore them. I love it. The humor is amazing because, you know, this is such a dark book and a dark story, but the humor is so good. It's killer. I love it. I also, guys, I ship Nina and Matthias so hard. Second time I read this, I loved Matthias even more. First time I was like, okay, whatever. And second time I was like, oh my gosh, I love Matthias! So, those are my thoughts. This one, to some people, may seem like a guilty pleasure. I'm proud of it. The Selection. So this is a beautiful book by Kiera Cass, and it is basically The Bachelor meets dystopian meets Cinderella with a tiny dash of the Hunger Games, only in the sense that they are bloodthirsty and fighting. I love this series. I think the romance is great. It has its flaws, like all books do, except for Shatter Me. I love America. I love Maxon. I love it. Where are you guys going? They're the cutest. Maxon is my number 2 book boyfriend. There is only one person who comes before him, and that's Warner. What are you guys doing? This is such a cute and captivating read. I love it. There's a big theme of, like, love and, like, going through trials and figuring out, like, what matters to you. You guys really want to get out of here for chicken? Is chicken more important than booktube? We're doing the rest of the video without my children because the smell of chicken was too overpowering for them. So anyway, The Selection. Read it. Enjoy it, please. When people don't enjoy it, it makes me sad. The 7th book I'm going to talk about, also, by the way, this is not in any order, is Daughter of the Pirate King. This is actually a more recent favorite. I read it over this summer and adored it. This duology is like perfection. I loved it so much. I'm usually not like if it's like, this book is about pirates, I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm not like, yes, give it to me, take my money. But this was so good. It was like everything I wanted. I love Alosa and Raiden so much. I think Alosa has become my favorite female character. Alosa is amazing, and I adore Raiden. He has made probably my top 10 male characters. I'm just more picky with male characters because I need to marry them all. So this book was full of wit and intrigue. It was plotted so well. Like, the whole time I'm like, what is gonna happen? Even if nothing happens, I am intrigued. I will read this. I will absolutely devour you. It's so good. It's so good. And there are mermaids involved, and that's the most important part. Read it. My actual most recent favorite is House of Salt and Sorrows. So I just read this like last month, and adored it. I don't know what I thought I was going to think of it, but I didn't expect it to become a new favorite because that happens so rarely for me because I'm really, really picky with my favorites. But this one is so good. If you don't know, this is a dark retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. It's amazing. I love how it's written. I was guessing the entire time, I swear, to the last page. To the last page. I did not know what would happen. The twists were crazy. The writing was glorious. The characters were so cool. It was deliciously creepy. I adored it with all my heart. So now we're down to the last 2, and these are probably my top 2. The other one's not in order, but these are the 2 that have been my most faithful best friends. So first we've got The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is so underrated. A bunch of people love To All the Boys I Loved Before, which is written by the same author, Jenny Han. This is better, in my opinion. I enjoy To All the Boys I Loved Before, but that's like a 3-4 star for me. This is 5 stars all the way. Every single book, the whole trilogy is amazing. I love it. This book was made for me because it's so summery and like the romance is so good, and I like related to Belly. Also, yes, my dog is named after Belly. Belly is like I related to her when I was younger, and so I can totally see like she's very immature, but in a very real way to me. And I feel like sometimes people's problems with this book is that she's immature. She is. She's a very immature character. She doesn't make great decisions, but I have such a heart for her. I love her. I love her. And just the summer group at Cousins Beach, which I wish Cousins Beach existed. The summer group there with Belly's family and then the Fishers, I adore that group so much. Like, reading these books, I'm not an emotional person, and just reading them makes me want to cry because it's like, feels like coming home. Belly's family is her and her brother Steven and her mother Laurel. And then the other family that they go to the beach with every summer, the mom is Susanna, one of my favorite characters of all time as well. And then her 2 sons, Conrad and Jeremiah. Yes, this series is a sort of love triangle. Please don't let that deter you. Because I know like some people hate love triangles, and some people like specifically don't like the love triangle in this. I love it. I think it's realistic. I think it works, totally works. Couldn't see it happening any other way. It's so good. It's a story about these people who are so close and love each other so much and have this like summer ritual of going to the beach and just having the time of their lives, and I love it, and I love reading it and feeling like I'm there, and it is the best. It's the best. It's the best. Finally, if you know me from Bookstagram, you will not be surprised, and this will be very anticlimactic. This last book is the one I talk about the most. It is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I hope I said that right. All I need to say about this is Warner. So this is a story about a girl named Juliet who has this not good thing where if she touches people, they die. Kind of made her a social outcast, and also has made her insane. I think the main like flack I've heard for this book is like,
Juliet's whining, Juliet's stupid, blah blah.
Juliet is literally insane. That's the thing that people miss. Juliet has been in an asylum for 264 days, according to the first sentence. And that makes you go crazy. So she is not mentally balanced, and you have to take that into account. Also, people don't like the purple prose in this book. It is very metaphors, pretty metaphors everywhere. I love that. It fits the book, it fits the characters. It's so good. Unfortunately, as the series goes on and she gains her grip on her mind, the purple prose fades away. And for some people, they may be glad of that. I'm not, because I love her purple prose. Most people, purple prose is stupid, but Tahira Mafi is the best at writing purple prose. It's amazing. Like, the quotes make me want to die because I didn't write them myself. Anyway, about the plot. So, Juliet has been in this asylum, and she is going to be taken out and used by the government. And that's all I'm going to say, except I will say one other thing, and that is Warner. Warning, you will not like him in this book. Don't worry, you're not supposed to. If you do, I'm a little concerned for who you are, because he's the villain. But read on, and he will become your favorite character ever. He's not just my book boyfriend. He is my book husband. He is my ultimate fictional husband. So honestly, if you don't like this, that's fine, because he's mine. So those were my top 10 books. Let me know down below if you have any in common, what you think about them, or like list your own top 10 books. I still have my dog's toys up here, but they're downstairs begging for chicken. I hope that you enjoyed this video and come see the next one whenever I post it. If you haven't read any of these, please pick them up, try them out. You will love them. You will love them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.